Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Emmanuel Kome. I thank God because of the grace and sufficient grace in our life, helping us and assisting us to be alive how we are. It's just taking the mighty hand of God. And you are blessed wherever you're watching us from. May you just write down below the comments and write your comment where you're watching us from, and you shall be blessed indeed. Now today I'm very glad to see this day and hoping that God will continue enabling us and assisting us in everything. Day to day you need to have the Holy Spirit to guide you in the ways of God and accordance of the will of God. Just be where you're supposed to be by the will of God. Now today I need to talk about three things that we Christians need to understand, that it is very important for every Christian to know and to know where you are going. Now first one, it is this. Dog. A dog, it is a pet, and a pet that it must have something from human being. It is very rare to see dog eating grass, but they just have to depend on human beings. 100% depends on human beings. And you see, human being is the one who feeds the dog, and they help the dog with somewhere to sleep, with something to eat, with something to drink. Now, this is the first life of a Christian. When you are a baby, you are just given that priority of eating, sleeping, and be given direction. You'll be trained, and that you see this one. Where the more that you train your dog, the more you train it, the more it knows you better, because the training that you give the dog, it focuses on you as the owner of that dog. Now, look this. The more that you go on training your dog, the more that you train, it avails into the rules that you set aside of that dog. Now, we Christians, we understand that in every situation that we are, first we begin with like babyhood child. We begin with babyhood. So babyhood is where we are, we depend. That is babyhood dependence. So the time more and more we depend on our parents, the more that we are depending on the one that they're giving us, anything that they give us. So we depend on parents. So that is their life as compared to dog. So the dog is compared with the life of Christian, the childhood life. So that childhood life is that the one that we're talking about the dog. So dog is a pet. The more that you train it to be disciplined, the more that you train it, even if you throw something, you see it jumps and take up and picks up with its mouth. That is the training that you do. So if your parents have done a training in you, the more that you are being trained, the more that you know the ways of behaving, the way of knowing more and more about life, and the more that you are being growing with the discipline. And when the parents trains you about God, then your life changes. This is because they train you with the ways of God and the ways that God reveals himself to you, because there's something that you have grown from childhood. So childhood, the training that you get in childhood, the training of going to church, the training of knowing more about God. So that is the first step. That is the life of a dog. Number two, we go to this. A donkey. A donkey, it is now the time that you see a donkey. When a donkey is grown now, it starts being given some parts to carry. It carries some parts. Sometimes it may carry even more load. You see now. So this is now the life. We are just entering into teenage, and from teenage, that is teenage up to 25 to 40 years. So this is the life that now someone enters in. And this, you need to understand that as Christian, as fellow youths, you need to understand this stage. It is a stage that you should seek God, and the more that you're growing up, the more that you're carrying some roads. So those roads, remember that Matthew chapter 11 verse 28 says that bring the loads to Lord, and Lord will set you free. So this is the time that fellow Christians, you need to understand that the time you are carrying your loads, your load are greater. The more that you are growing. So this is the time that now you have finished your university, you have finished schools, you have finished learning, university, secondary, you are done with them. Now you start looking for your jobs. The time you are looking for your jobs, so this is the time now you enter into the donkey period. Let me say donkey. Let me use that donkey period. So this donkey period, you see now, it carries the load. It carries the load. Now, when it carries the load, that means that it has entered in the age of, let me say, someone to depend on. If you have someone to depend on, so that is the time that you start working, and you work hard, you work hard, you work hard, you work hard until the time that you see that it is for everyone that listens to you and focuses with you. The more they depend on you, the more and you struggle. Those that is the struggling that you are. That is the period of donkey. The period of donkey comes when you start now searching for your jobs, having someone to depend on. May it be your mom, dad, aunt, and even your siblings. That is your children. So the time that children, you are focusing with them. That is the time you provide. May it be a man, a woman. When you are providing, the time you are providing, that is when you are in the donkey period. Let me use that name, donkey period. So you are in donkey period. That the time you're carrying load. When you enter in house, your child start telling you, Mom, I want this, Dad, I want this. This is because you entered a donkey period. So you need to carry some packs, like how your parents carrying packs when they were with you. So that period is the period that you, even if you're carrying how much loads, never forget to follow God. Never forget the ways of the Lord, because the ways of the Lord are the correct ways. Now, you have carrying loads. Someone depends on you. You start seeking and start asking God, where is the way? You got the correct point, that you ask the Lord the way. The more that you ask the Lord the way, the more He reveals on you. He reveals on you why. This is because you have a time for God. You have start seeking God very early. You begin by training. We began by saying about the dog. So the dog got trained. So you got trained. After training, you went on into donkey. Donkey being trained, it trained that it has some parts. It grows to with something here that makes them, when the first time you see it is, it doesn't allow you to touch it here, because the more it carries their loads, the more its neck that is being damaged. So the time now you are carrying loads, time now you have got many things to do. You have got you have children. The more children they are asking you, it's like they are touching donkey here. When you touch donkey here, you see it tries to drop its legs. So it is because the pain that it feels. So the similar case to the people, they were human beings. The time they are facing some challenges, facing some difficulties, and in life, you need to understand that nothing special, nothing good than to offer yourself to God. Even if His life is in the circumstances, you feel anything, you feel sorrow, God is there for you. God is preparing your way for you. That period goes up to, let me assume 50, the age of 50 to 55 or to 60. Let's assume 60. So from the age of 22 to 60. 22 to 60, that is the year of the donkey. Now you know that the donkey it goes far away. When it is tired, someone kicks it. So this kicking the donkey, because of their someness, it sleeps. That is the human beings that they start just giving you hand time. The time you are in a hardship. So that hardship is like the donkey. The time it is very, very, very tired, it needs to sleep somewhere, doesn't have water. Now it be kicked. That is challenges that your human beings face. Number 3, we are going to speak of this. So this is the dog, the cat. The cat. Have you ever seen a cat? A cat, when you touch it, especially here, when you touch the cat here, it starts saying that it is only remove a sound of. So that is the sound that it removes, because it is now relaxing. So the cat, that time, even if you can see cat in your home area, look at when it is good to touch water. It touches water, and that years that it has touched water, it is doing like this. Now, welcome to the age of 60 to 90 or to 120. So that is the age of cat. The cat, only if touches water, you see like this. It will only want someone to touch and feel relaxed. So that is the age that you are now old. That now when you see the hairs of your head have become white, Remember, God has white hair. That is the book of Daniel says that God has white hair. So if you see you have started now giving up yourself with white hair, know that you have been needed there in heaven. Heaven is needing in the individual of you. It's because you have white hair, and heaven, God has white hair. So that is a question you need to ask yourself. Am I having white hair? When you have white hair, heaven, you are needed. So now that is the age of 60 to 120 or 150 or 200 years. So that is the age of cat. So now you say only you want to go where there is sun. Even if you see a cat basking itself on a sun, it's only doing like this. This is because it needs to relax. So welcome back to that. And as we're going to release the episode 2 of this, may you stay in touch as we're going to speak. And if you have not subscribed, please hit up the subscription button and you'll be the first one to be notified.